guys! So today we are doing a Q&A. I had asked you on Instagram and Twitter if you had any questions, and yes, she is eating. She's having supper. I just made some spaghetti with, what's it called?
Eggplant.
Eggplants. And she's scarfing. Now I'm hungry. It smells good. I'm a pretty good cook. Can you confirm? So I asked you guys if you had any questions for me and my sister, and we're going to start with the first one from Abby asking, stop looking! Do you purposely aim boxes at each other just for the video? I'll be honest, I don't aim for her. I just throw the boxes and she just seems to be in the line of fire for me, but I can't speak for her.
Most of the times I don't aim for her head.
You don't aim for my head?
It kind of just gravitates towards you.
I have my own center of gravity, is that what you said? That is so mean! And then the next follow-up question by Abby is, how do you get along so well?
We did younger.
What?
We didn't get that well along when we were younger.
Yeah, because you were so self-entitled.
I was not. You were just mean.
I used to be a pretty grumpy teenager. I have to admit, I used to kind of push everyone away. And then I think once I got into college, I was a lot less grumpy and I saw the world in a very different kind of way. So I think we started getting along, especially more and more. I would say in the last...
When I hit my teens.
Yeah. Oh no, when you hit your teens, you were terrible.
I was not terrible.
You were terrible.
You just didn't get me. No one understood me.
You don't get me. You don't know how much milk I make in my cereal.
You don't pour my milk.
But I think also we get along really well because we've had to overcome quite a few difficulties, and I think communication was really important. There were times where we just wouldn't talk to each other
For like months.
for months. And that stopped a lot more, my English, I cannot talk. That stopped because now when we have something, we just dish it out.
Yeah, we talk about it. Whereas before we felt like, wow. We didn't feel like we could understand each other. No matter how much we explained it, we just weren't communicating, I guess, in the right way.
Yeah, but now we understand each other so much better, and I feel like I love her so much. So I think we get along as time goes by more and more.
I think we stopped fighting like a couple years ago.
Yeah. Next question is by Don't Look! Master Assassin Evans, and they ask, how often did you guys fight, if you fought at all, and what was the stupidest thing you fought about?
My caramel.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Okay, go ahead, tell the story.
No,
she makes it seem
still hurt.
Way more dramatic. Like she is.
I was like 8. It is dramatic.
By the way, she has really good memory, and it scares me.
Remember, it was like when I was 8 on June.
You're getting like so emotional. Okay, I don't remember much of it except for the fact that I was on the computer and she came to me with a caramel.
It was
and
my
gave it to
Halloween candy, so I told her, this is my last one. I knew we both really liked it, so I was like, do you want to half it?
That's
and
not what I heard.
And then she just took it and put the whole thing in her mouth and ate it, and I was just there like, I was like 8, so I was like, I tried to share candy with you and you just ate the whole thing.
Honestly, all I remember is I was on the computer and there's a caramel that showed up. Whatever you said was right over my head.
I never shared caramel with her again.
And every time she brings a caramel or caramel appears somewhere, she has to bring up that story.
Yeah, it hurt my feelings.
Without fail. Oh my god. Domino asks, I love the English #1 moments. Do you guys ever have French #1 or Arabic #1 moments off camera too? Language slips are just hilarious to me for some reason. So we have language slips
all the time.
All the time. Like every single time.
I think it's literally in our genes for some reason. Like.
Yeah. We mess up all the time. There's one time where I wanted to say in French both salut, which means hi, and allo, which also means hi. What I ended up saying was
salaud.
Salaud, which is a curse word in French. And I was like, and the other person was like, so it was definitely whoops moment. But yeah, I get those all the time. And off camera, you're a champion.
Yeah. What was it that I said before? Instead of saying yellow mustard, I said mellow yustard.
Yeah, it was. It's bad. Like, we're champions. It happens more often probably off camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, way
it happens
more.
a lot. And I, like, even at work, sometimes I slip up and people look at me like, what's wrong with you?
Are you on something?
Yeah, no. We both know I don't make enough money to be on something.
Next is a question from Ray Dizzle. If you grains don't know her, I'll leave her link down below. She is really fun to watch. She does artsy related videos. And Ray asks, you always say I remind you of your sister. Why? The aura, the energy, and the fact that you enjoy wretched things and you find beauty in the wretched things. So my sister enjoys skulls and skeletons and she finds the beauty in them. So a skull with a rose feels like it would make your day.
Yes.
And so just the energy and how much I absolutely love my sister, and Ray, I love you. Next question, this is for you, Sika.
Okay.
It's asked by Gryffindork. And Gryffindork asks, what's it like having the best sister in the world?
Oh, wow.
Timothy Messer asks, favorite shared activity? Now, we don't have an activity that we do together other than recording, because she's a busy bee, I'm a busy bee. I know you just thought of the pun.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you weren't thinking of it.
Yeah, now I have.
Now you are. So the only activity we have together is recording, so I think that it's such a good excuse for us to hang out, because otherwise she's always at work. Yeah, otherwise, so that we have that activity. And she did try to get me into pole.
Yeah, but she won't do it.
It's not that I won't do it, it's just it's far.
I can bring it here. We can do some right in your craft room.
If you grains want to see me try
that would be so fun. Yes!
If you know what? This is very unlikely because this is my vlog channel. If this particular vlog gets 15,000 likes, I'll attempt doing pole fitness with my sister. It's very unlikely.
Oh no, watch me share it.
No.
Watch me create an account and just
No. Sure Pop and Lock asks for you, Sika, what is your favorite tattoo? So she has plenty of tattoos. If you had to choose one that is your favorite, which one would you choose? Okay, so she wants to explain this one over here, which when she got it, I'm like, what is this? Like, I don't get it. Like, I see a lot of the other ones that you have and I absolutely love them, but this one was like,
so basically this one, it words out perspective. So it's really the way you see things. And to understand this one, you have to be a rainbow in a colorblind world, because not many people can see which ways the letters are going, and that's what makes people stop and be like, what's happening? But it's really perspective, so it's really the way you see things.
I'm stuck on rainbow in a colorblind world.
Yeah, you have to be a rainbow in a colorblind world to understand this one.
That's kind of poetic.
Yes, it is.
And sad.
No, it's not. Our whole world's sad.
Oh no! Gabby Volden asks, what is some funny or embarrassing or effed up weird stories you have about one another? I have one that is about Sika when she was, how old were you? With the notebook?
Like probably 8 or 9.
Okay, so she was about 8 or 9 years old, and she had a liquid notebook. The ones that had like 2 different colors and there was like a bubble on the inside just because there was air trapped. So one time the bubbles were just kind of
I got it for Christmas too. Like, I was so excited about it with gel pens. I remember one of my friends got me that for Christmas.
She was so petrified. For me, it was hilarious. I think it's funny. So the bubbles on either side were getting so close to each other, and I just made a serious face. I'm like, they're gonna touch each other. Just if they touch each other, the notebook, it's gonna blow up. And then she's like, why would they even make something like that? And then it got so close to each other, and then they merged. And as they merged, she's like, no! And she threw the notebook and she went under the bed, and I was cracked up.
Actually, as they were merging, she goes, oh my god, Jessica, watch out! And then I went, ah! And I threw her and I slid right under the bed and I started crying so much. And my brother just looks at her and he goes, you're so cruel.
That would be like one of the funniest things.
I remember once there was another time that you didn't scare me. It was me that was scared. We had a really large thunderstorm and we slept in the same bed. And I how old was I? Like 4 maybe?
I think, yeah, she was 4 years old. We were sleeping next to each other. Hang on. So we had like a really small apartment, so all of us slept in the same room.
We were 4 kids on a bunk bed?
Yeah. So my younger brother was sleeping on the top. Sika and I were sleeping in the normal bunk, well, the regular floor, and my older brother was sleeping on the pull-out mattress under. And so what happened is there was this really huge storm. Go ahead.
And I got so scared and Jackie was still sleeping, so I just really literally went under her shirt and popped my head through her.
Like, I woke up having like this head pop out right here on the inside, and she was like cuddled into my shirt. I totally forgot about that.
I'm scared. I still don't like thunderstorms.
Oh, I have another like messed up memory. She was sick once.
Is it when I puked hot dogs on you?
Yeah. So she wasn't feeling well. That night she had hot dogs.
Raw hot dogs. I ate them raw.
Raw. She just took them out and ate them raw. I didn't see that, but she ate it raw. And then she wakes up in the middle of the night and she goes, Jackie, I don't feel so bleh. And she pukes hot dog smell all over me. On my shirt, on my pillow, on my arm. Like, oh, the smell of hot dogs. I couldn't eat hot dogs for like 3-4 years after that. Just the smell of hot dogs
made her nauseous.
Made me really nauseous. That was gross.
Apart from that, there's another one that I thought was really funny. You're gonna hate me if I tell them this though. The watermelon. Oh. So my sister thought it was a great idea to eat a whole watermelon to herself right before bed. I didn't wake up when this happened. We were sleeping on the same bed, and she peed the bed. And she didn't want to wake me up, so she just scooped me and put me somewhere else. And she ate the whole bed and then put me back on it.
It's like scrubbing.
A whole watermelon. Who eats a whole watermelon before bed? Who? This one.
So Art with Syrup asks, what does Sika like to do in her free time? Do you have any hobbies?
Pole dancing.
She's really good at it.
Sometimes I'm not that great.
But she's still pretty good. And she posts some of the updates on her Instagram. So if you're interested, check her out at nerdysister_Sika. She is really amazing. Like watching her do pole or just hold pole poses, I find is absolutely beautiful.
So painful.
Yeah,
I'm still sore from like 2 days ago.
She gets a lot of bruises.
Yeah, like, and I have a pole at home too, so even if I'm not in the studio, I'm making bruises at home too.
Making bruises, that's a hobby.
Bruises.
Another follow-up question.
My leg,
I thought you were hugging me. I'm like, oh, you're so sweet.
Oh, okay, hi, I love you.
Okay, I love you, honey. What is similar about you guys and what is different? So I think our sense of humor is really similar.
I'm a little bit more morbid than you are though.
She is a little bit more morbid than I am. But we have a very similar sense of humor. We laugh easy, but we're very different. And I think the way we see things, I'm a lot more mellow.
What does that make me?
She's a mess.
I'm dramatic.
She's pretty dramatic. Yeah. I'm more mellow.
I've gotten better though.
She's clean. I'm messy.
I have like severe like OCD when it comes to cleaning.
Like she'll start putting my dishes away. I'm like, oh. I'm like, can you stop?
I once went over to my friend's and she wasn't home yet, and I kind of just walked in and started doing her dishes. She came in, I was cleaning her husband's ashtray.
Oh my god.
She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm cleaning. She's like, just empty. I'm like, no, but it's like caked in. So I cleaned the whole thing.
Yeah, so she's definitely way more tidy
than
I am. I love
it's a little bit obsessive.
Chaos. I'm okay with chaos.
No, I'm not.
I'm okay with that. Laurel Ann asks, what's both your favorite movies?
Ugh. To be honest, I have trouble sitting still for long enough to watch a movie.
Oh, okay, so my favorite, well, you think about this. My favorite movies are Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure because, oh my god, I love that 80s. Was it 80s or 90s?
I think it was 90s.
Retro. I just love retro Keanu Reeves. And the other favorite movie is Ninja Turtles, the first one. The first one. I can probably recite both of these movies by heart, line by line. That's how much I love it. Yours?
I don't know.
What movie do you like to watch? Or TV show?
Oh my gosh.
Used to watch House or Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, I like everything that's medical, but movie.
It's okay, you can say TV show.
It's stressful.
You see, you got her all stressed up now. Good job, Laurel. Just joking.
Man, this is hard. Planet of the Apes is good. I like all of their movies.
It's your favorite?
Well, it's the ones that I've watched the most, I think.
Okay, so Planet of the Apes it is.
Yeah, because they have different, like, I don't know. This
is the only question that stresses you. Calvin Poe asks, what is the most thoughtful thing you two have done for each other?
I don't know.
So for me, I think the most thoughtful thing Sika does for me is that she always checks up on me. Whether my back hurts, or if I've had a bad day, or if something happens, she is one of the first people to always do follow-ups, call me, text me. She really does double check on my well-being because I am, generally speaking, not an easy person to read, but she reads me pretty well, so she really does look after me emotionally because I'm pretty emotionally constant.
I was gonna say that. I was like, can I say that on camera?
Yeah, you can. I mean, you said I pee on. I peed myself.
That's funny though.
That's funny.
My My sister does a lot for me, to be honest, so she's also always there for me emotionally and physically as well. So if I'm not feeling well, she'll come over, she'll take care of me, or she'll sit down and cover me and make me food.
One time, I made her, like, I brought soup. And she's like, but it's hot. I'm like, info, stupid. Which means, in Arabic, just blow on it, you idiot, well, stupid. Just blow on it. And she lost it. She was just laughing.
That was funny. Apart from that, the most recent thing my sister did for me is I can't talk.
Can't English.
Can't English. She's taking me to Japan, so that's really exciting. I'm really happy about that. That's something I probably wouldn't have been able to do on my own, so I'm really thankful that she's taken the money and the time to make that happen. So I'm really excited. That's going to be in a couple of weeks.
And we're going to be vlogging too over there, so you're going to be seeing us vlogging in Japan, taking pictures together, so it's going to be so exciting for me to be able to take her.
This is the first time we're going to go on a trip together, I think, apart from going to like the beach, but
that doesn't count.
That was like 3 days in Maine and that's it.
Yeah, it doesn't count. So this is going to be really exciting. Crafts by Mandy. How did you end up learning Arabic? Is it a fluent language for you, or do you use only a few words? So we pretty much grew up in an Arabic household because we're Egyptian. So for me, it was my first language, English, and then French is my second.
English,
yeah, and then English. So I learned English off of TV,
Yeah, because mom used to speak to us in
Arabic only.
And then we went to school in French, and then we learned English off of TV, I think.
And each other.
Yeah.
So for us, Arabic is
our number one language, pretty much. We're not that great at it because we
speak for yourself.
I'm sorry, I'm not the one Dad gives a newspaper to just to laugh at when you read.
I read at a grade 1 level.
Yeah, so, but yeah, no, it's our first language in a sense. We're not that great at it, but we get by.
We get by.
I mean, people in Egypt are like, what are they saying?
Speak for yourself.
Hey!
So that is it for the questions today. That's all we have in terms of time. But I know there was well over 100 questions on Twitter and hundreds more on Instagram. If I didn't answer your question, make sure that you leave it in the comment section below. We'll definitely do more of these if you grains want. Especially, I don't want to do that poll thing, but it's very unlikely. So I think I'm pretty safe. I'm pretty safe. I'm pretty sure I'm safe. Thank you so much for watching my little grains. If you want to watch previous vlogs, they're gonna be over here. And if you want to follow us on social media, for me it's at NerdyCrafter,
at NerdySister_Sika.
Until then, we will see you grains in the next video.